Capricorn. Welcome to your December 2022 general tarot reading. It's Raina here. Yes, I know that it is December 3rd when I'm recording this, I've said this before that I would never have done such a thing when I first started because I thought that was so trashy to do something on the 3rd, but you know what? I'm a whole new person. So there you go. Or maybe I just don't care. It could be something like that. In a good way, not caring, in other words. All right, let's see what we have got. I got your card here. You're the devil. Saturn, Satan. Saturn, Satan. Just keep repeating after me. I'm getting pentacles, and that's earth. And what do you know? More pentacles. Stop the presses. Okay. Oops. My glasses have fallen. It's funny, like, I need glasses to see far away, and I've never had contacts. So I'm always, like, pleasantly surprised when I function without glasses because one time an eye doctor told me I was doubly legally blind. That's how nearsighted I was. But I don't know what I did with them. They fell on the ground. All right. Here we go. The heart of the matter is the Six of Pentacles. This is a card of energy exchange in the form of coins. That represents energy. It's interesting. A lot of people talk about money, and like younger people who have Neptune and Capricorn are very, some of them are very idealistic about, just resources and feel that money should be abolished. And I don't know who it is, because I watch all these spiritual videos, and they were talking about the good side to having the monetary, maybe not the monetary system, but having these blocks of energy in the form of coins or bills, because then you can, sometimes you don't have to labor. You already have it kind of like stored up energy in the form of currency. And that made a lot of sense to me. But, I can see how people would be frustrated sometimes with it. But in this case, because this can cover all areas of your life, it doesn't necessarily have to do with money. The pentacles can also be like your work situation, your job. And basically, if it is work-related, you might be thinking about how much work you have to do for the money that you get. And it's possible that you're not a happy camper. And that is on your mind at the moment. And maybe you're thinking, I wonder if I want to maybe do something else because I don't like how this is going. Actually, your 6th house is Gemini, and we're having a full moon there on December 7th. I was looking at the sky today, and it's, like I said, it's December 3rd, so we're getting there. And I was thinking to myself, some of you will have it on the 8th of December, but I was looking at the sky, and I was thinking, it doesn't really look that full. Well, it's 4 days from now, so it's not that close, but I just thought it would be further along by now. So full moons can be ending. So you might be like, I'm done with this job. It's not paying enough. For other people, it might be asking for a raise. In the past position, we have the 5 of Pentacles. This is a card of either unemployment or poverty consciousness. If you have experienced a period of unemployment, Capricorn, you may be afraid to ask for a raise because you feel like you're lucky just to get a job. But for some of you, it might be a situation where it's not what you think it is, because poverty consciousness doesn't just happen to people who are without much money, who are broke. It can happen to people who have more than enough. And you can see that the person's body language shows kind of, I don't know if you'd say despair, but it's not very positive. And it's interesting. I just noticed that. See that keyhole? It's really saying to me that there is a way out of this, but you have to turn the key. You have to be the one who solves your own problem. And it's possible that you are kind of living in tunnel vision. The Five of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite deck depicts some raggedy ass people, dressed in rags, who are hunched over and walking past a church, and they're not looking at the building that they're walking past because they're in that victim mentality and they're only seeing their own lack. And this is one of the things that does happen if somebody loses their job, for instance, or maybe they lose money in the stock market, I don't know. But they can feel like nothing else is in their field of vision. And this is why the spiritual path, in my opinion, is so important, because it keeps us understanding the truth of the nature of reality, and not getting mired in the material. Okay. And actually, hello, this kind of makes my point for me. The higher message is the Star card. This is associated with Aquarius. I suppose it could be a timing card, because you're going to have Pluto leave your sign in March and go into Aquarius. And then what's going to happen? That's your second house of earned income. You can, when you have Pluto in your second house, you could clean up. You can make a lot of money. You could get wealthy. But the thing is, it's also transforming your finances. I read somewhere, I read so much I couldn't even begin to tell you where. But them saying that sometimes people have that tower moment. You could have, you could lose everything and then gain back that and more. And that's kind of what happens sometimes when people are really, I think when they're really plugged into finances, it's like a gambler. They're just like, I'm sure a lot of it has to do with the stock market and that kind of thing. But this idea of losing everything and then gaining it all back and then some and all of that. And I'm not necessarily speaking on that aspect of it, but just being a money magnet, if you will, by changing our attitude about money. I think a lot of Capricorn people are conservative when it comes to money, and just like everything else, and it can make it so that it's hard for you to see things in a different way. And what I'm challenging you to do is to do just that. The Star card is about faith in unseen forces. So that's how you heal. It's like healing is waiting for you. If you have lost your job and that was a blow to your ego, for instance, for some reason, that could have left you feeling like you couldn't contribute, you couldn't do something. All of these things are mental concepts. They're not really real. The people who, to me, are the most I don't know if I'd say happy, but who kind of weather the storms that way, or people who just kind of they don't identify with those outer circumstances. If they're not working, they might go and volunteer, and they figure, you know what, I'm still going to serve others. I'm still going to be productive. I don't have to just be making money to matter, to be worthwhile. So, but with the star card, to me, it's about the belief in the immaterial. And that's what the Five of Pentacles has a hard time doing. What crosses you is the Devil card. This is the story of Capricorn's life, because you see that that's I'm sure that's supposed to be a pentagram. Is that what they call those? And it's like a pentacle. And I heard someone talking about this the other day on one of these channels or whatever, and so I had suspected it was kind of the same thing because it looked like it, but I wasn't sure. But the material, again, the material. Is the material evil? No. But immersion in it and identifying it and grasping it can be detrimental. And in this deck, you see the person that's being controlled like a puppet. And I like that. I like that because I do think that that's exactly what happens, is that people are being pulled like they're puppets, manipulated into fear that money will be taken from them, and then they can do that to themselves. They don't need an outer force. They're just like, oh my God, I have to have this and this and this. What if that happened, and where would I be? And these are the things, with the Six of Pentacles, it's like, how much of your life force is going into this job? And are you motivated by fear? And the other thing, actually with the Devil, I was thinking of the Five of Pentacles, but with the Devil specifically, it can be lust and greed. And I actually think Capricorn isn't necessarily greedy. I think Capricorn is status conscious. Yeah, it can be the ego, but it's really what you think life is about. You think life is about bettering yourself. And it can feel like the way you better yourself is through things of this world. And ultimately, it's through our spiritual development, isn't it? If you are embroiled in a relationship, and the Five of Pentacles means that you got into this relationship because you were afraid of being alone, of nobody ever asking you out again or wanting to be with you, that's a form of lack consciousness. Also, maybe you have, I was going to say, I was trying to put this delicately, maybe a Venus in Capricorn, and you're also, you wanted material security, financial security. But what did you realize? If I could see that. What did you realize? You realized with the Six of Pentacles that the energy exchange isn't there, that maybe you are giving more than the other person. In any kind of relationship, that could be what is going on, but you can't quit them because there's like a payoff. There's a payoff in being with that person. It might be financial gain. It might be status. Maybe they have this lifestyle that you want, or lust. in some cases. What's coming in is the Ace of Pentacles. So for those people who um, feel like they want to change jobs because they're not getting paid what they feel they are deserved, this could suggest that that is making its way towards you. There is going to be a new moon in your sign at a very early degree of Capricorn on December 23rd. It's going to be at 1 degree of Capricorn, and aces are beginnings. Maybe this is when you turn things around. Your solar return is a couple of days before that on the solstice. So, you're going into your own season. Happy birthday to December Caps. You're going into your season, and you should start to see things feel better for you. And by the end, this is the outcome, Knight of Pentacles. This is the person who is in that work routine, who feels productive, who's, consistently working. So if you have been kind of on again, off again, maybe you will have a steady job in December. And for those of you looking for a steady relationship, Ace of Pentacles bodes well for a relationship with somebody that maybe it'll last. It's a grounded relationship, maybe with a fellow earth sign. So Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. Actually, the Knight of Pentacles is connected to Taurus. So there you go, Capricorn. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, I'm promoting my package deal called a Deep Dive, which is a special price for 2 full-length readings, an hour of natal chart analysis with an hour of 2023 transits. And this is the perfect time for that as you go into your new solar cycle and or natal cycle for the rising signs. If any of you are listening, or watching, I don't often talk about that with tarot readings. The rising sign of a certain sign, because it's different than astrology. I mean, I'm just deciding who I'm going to do a reading for. It's not like the transits, which are based on your actual sign. So anyway, that's called my deep dive reading, and I have other readings available as well. You can find out more information at the link below. I'm at RainaMoonAstrology.com. Thank you for watching. Bye.